followers that you are. Yes. Mr. Lyons, the first one on screen. Bless. Keen, yes. Bless up. James. Others. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Joined. Mum and son. Hi, Mark. Yeah, I'm excellent. I hope you're well. And we always got Kyan in the background, the late great Kyan, and the lady that made me possible, my mum, and everyone on the Kyan Prince Foundation team. As the founder and the CEO, I'm gonna say hello to you all from the Kyan Prince Foundation. Hello from my co-presenter, Dazzleen. It's Dazine, I just take the mickey and call her Dazzleen. Yes, my boxer joined, easy. Hallelujah. Yeah, I love it. Let me see who else. Bishops, yes. Our special guest has joined today. Let me just kick off with love. So everyone, while everyone's joining in, I want to say a big welcome. I've spent a lot of the week just thinking about how I can best serve you guys. How can I best serve you? Yeah, hi, T. Dinks, bless. How can I best serve you? Because I've been asking people if they could DM me and let me know what I can do for you. What questions do you have? How can I help to improve your life? How can you attain the goals you want to attain? How can you achieve what you want to achieve in your life? What's stopping you from becoming the best you that you can be? And just now, as I was sitting there and thinking, let me start off. I always love starting by talking to you and inspiring you. And I was thinking about that word love, okay? Bust that tune for me, babe. I was thinking about that word love, yeah? And please, I was thinking about that word love and how powerful it is. And I was thinking how we talk about loving and caring for family members, friends. You got love for your cuz, your fam, your man them on the road. And I was thinking, but really, do we really? Because unless we are really demonstrating how much we love ourselves, then how can we really be showing love to other people when we're not showing love to ourselves? So I'm talking about this. I'm talking about the effort that you make to live the best life that you could possibly live. The effort that you make to take care of yourself emotionally, physically, what you're eating, spiritually, what you're taking in for the spirit man. Because we all know we're not just flesh and bones. We are spirit. That's what makes us special. So I'm thinking about the love that we need to have for ourselves first, because then we're going to be able to express that love to others. The respect that we show our own bodies. What do we put in our bodies? How do we eat? Do we love ourselves enough to stop eating things that we know is not good for us? We know that it could be causing problems later on. But do you love yourself enough to say, I deserve to eat a better diet to show how much I love myself? Do you make the effort to do some exercise to show yourself that you love yourself enough to take care of your body? This is the reality of what we're talking about. We talk about love, but what about the actions that back it? Because everyone loves to talk. Who's feeling me when I'm talking about this right now? Who am I speaking to right now that needs to show themselves more love in this area? Who am I speaking about right now that knows that they can achieve a lot more in their life, that they've got goals that they want to achieve. They got things that they know they can do, but they've kind of just been settling. They've just kind of laid back and thought, all right, maybe tomorrow, or maybe even making excuses. I don't have this and I don't have that. And once I do this, then I'm going to do that. But really, it's that showing love to yourself, because you've got dreams of greater things. You want to be a better person. If we go through all the different areas of your life that you know holistically make you a whole and a healthy person, what are you doing in those areas to show love for yourself? Some of you need to take time out and rest for you, because you feel that you need to give time for everybody else. Someone's died, unfortunately, in the family. I need to be, giving them all my time, and you're drained. Your kids, a lot of parents say, I live for my kids, I'll die for my kids, and that's all well and good. But how is your children going to benefit from the best version of you if you have dedicated everything to somebody outside of you? You need to dedicate it to you first, and then they can benefit. Your kids are going to benefit from you doing what's best for you, you looking after you mentally, physically, all of that. So when you talk, they can see that mom, dad, look at what they do. Look at the example they're setting for me. They're not just telling me you need to do this, but they're not doing it. We have to be the example, and then we really know that we are showing love to ourselves. We are able to give love to other people. And that's why at this moment in my life, I'm thinking I just want to be able to serve my community. I want to be able to give. Why? Because I've gone through a period where I've realized I needed to look after me. I needed to look after my family. Those are the people that came first in my life. Myself, once I'm in healthily, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, then I could serve my wife and she's happy. I could serve my sons, my brothers and sisters, and they're happy, because I can give them the best version of me. Are you giving your family, your children, the best version of you? Or are you tired? Are you worn out? Are you distressed? Are you depressed? Are you just running with anxiety and got goals that you want to reach, but wondering how come I ain't reaching them? I want to do better in my life, but I'm not doing better. What's the time, baby? So I want to introduce you to somebody absolutely. Now, through my period of wanting to improve myself, what I've had to do is look at the various ways that I could do that. And I couldn't just carry on with the pain of my son and helping young people when I needed to sort myself and be able to coach myself. So what I've done, I found an absolutely amazing individual that was going to life coach, that had a focus and a dream of passing on his God-given gifts and talents, and he wanted to improve other people. I met a wonderful person by the name of Bishop Wayne Malcolm. People know him as the business bishop. Okay.
Welcome, Bishop.
Welcome, Bishop.
Hey.
He's a renowned author, a renowned world speaker, a life coach. He's got his own programs set up to be able to give and help others. And I'm excited to introduce my guy, Bishop Wayne Malcolm, on today.
Hey.
Bishop Wayne Malcolm.
The Prince.
Yes,
Lady
my brother.
Daz. What up?
Oh, man.
Good, nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm so grateful
Happy
you
New Year.
taking this.
Happy New Year, yeah.
Thank you for taking this on short notice, Bishop, because I know you are an extremely busy man, and Bishop's busy taking care of his mum as well, as we're all going through various different tests and trials. And right now, Bishop's taking time out to care for his mum. So we're praying for your mum, Bishop, that she gets through this moment.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll let Bishop take the platform now.
Bishop, I brought you on because you've been such a big impact in my life. okay, I was going to spend like holy for money. I was going to spend grands because I really wanted to improve myself as a person and reach my goals. And I was led to you first. They said, no, before you pay all that money, go and see Bishop and go and see what his course is like, what value it can add to your life before you make a decision. And once I met you, Bishop, I knew you was the man to go with, and you was
Thank you.
organized. You had things set out. You knew exactly what you wanted to do with us and teach us, take us through the process, and you had a vision for people that wanted to make an impact in communities, and you wanted
Yeah.
to develop them. So tell us, Bishop, how did you get to this place in your life where you were able to have so much knowledge and wisdom and to be able to go out to others? Let's give
Well,
the listeners a background.
Well, Dr. Prince, thank you for that really kind and warm introduction. And let me reciprocate by saying that you and Daz are one of my great inspirations in life. You know, your story is epic. It's a movie that's to be written and aired.
Yeah,
Your strength, you know, your courage, your tenacity, your compassion, your love, and how you have turned such darkness into such marvelous lights. The tens of thousands of young people whose journey you have impacted and whose life you've kind of delivered to them a sense of meaning and helped them to love themselves, you know.
yeah,
So I am in awe of you guys. I love you guys deeply and have the utmost respect for you, so that even in this crazy busy time, if you call, then I'm going to have to jump on, you know, even if it's for 10 minutes, I'm going to have to jump on. So in terms of my own journey, well, you know,
yeah.
I started my professional life in financial services. I was given an opportunity as a teenager to join an agency, and it was an agency of self-employed people who represented a large financial services company, and they gave us all of the training so we would understand financial products like pensions and mortgages and various forms of life insurance and all this sort of stuff. And here I was, like 18, walking around with a briefcase, you know, with some hefty documents inside, setting up appointments to meet people twice my age, three times my age, and give them advice. Now, this
Wow.
was a great start for me because this helped me overcome a lot of social anxiety, a lot
Yeah,
of you know, just
mhm,
shyness and
yeah,
timidity. Because our manager, man, he put it in us. Now, you are the best, okay? You know your stuff better than your bank manager. You are the, you know, he drilled it into us, took us to seminars, introduced us to some of the great thought leaders, motivators, and success philosophers, Jim Rohn, all of those guys. So I was reading the books fanatically as a teenager. I was
yeah.
listening to the seminars. I was developing my skill set. And I did phenomenally well. You know, I think as a teenager, I was earning much more than people who were twice and three times my age, right? And then God calls me to the ministry. Like, I couldn't deny it. It was just like, you know, it was no point in me fighting it. It was just evident that I needed to go into the ministry. So I went to Bible school, and I ended up starting a church at a very young age, which went on to become quite a large church within our network and our fellowship.
Yeah.
But I never lost my love for entrepreneurs. I never lost that energy of, you know, not having a boss, but getting up before time, you know, preparing yourself to have a successful day, telling yourself that you can win this thing, and just organizing your efforts. Because when you're self-employed, you know, you have to be disciplined, focused, organized, motivated. You got
Where
to
that
find it
come
within
from?
yourself.
Where
And
that come from at 18?
well, you know, it was really strange. I think it was to do with what you introduced to today. Was it's love, you know? It's love. I you know, one kind of manifestation of love is simply believing in yourself. It's actually
That's right.
believing that you can be more, that you can do more. And
Mhm.
because I'd come out of a very rough lifestyle, I
Yeah,
was
because
kind
you're
of
from the
on my
ends,
own.
Bishop.
I was isolated, man. I was, because I was into a lot of badness
That's what I'm
as a
saying, bro.
teenager.
Like, let the
And
people know, because they might just think you're a man of God that's just a good
oh,
guy.
no, no,
But
no,
I
no, no,
know
no,
you come
no,
from
no,
the
no.
ends.
Yeah, well, I became a Christian at 15, just about turning 16. I
Okay.
was quite dramatically converted. It's a funny story, and I know Daz is going to laugh, but I followed a girl to church. You know, she, I said, well, I said, look, if I come to your church, then you'll come and see me. And this was my whole idea, but
Oh.
I didn't know it was the pastor's daughter, right? So this was a setup, man. This was a setup. And
Wow.
I, I ended up I ended up going to the church, and it was just life changing. I just had an encounter with God. But
Nice.
that's from a background that it's another long. It will take a long time, but I'll
Yeah, of
Yeah,
happily
of
come
course.
back
course, of
on.
course.
I will
But it
come back on
obviously,
and tell.
okay, but it obviously impacted how you were thinking about you as a person
Yeah.
and what your aspirations were. Because I know that that move is a big move from that road mindset to a
Oh my gosh.
constructive self-development mindset.
Yeah. And see what it was because I was so radically saved. I went
Yeah.
in like fully. I kind of
Yeah,
lost all of my friends. Like they just didn't know what to think of me.
Oh.
And to a degree, I was so bad before, many
yeah,
people thought this was a front, that I was setting up some big something and that I
yeah.
needed an alibi. So people
Wow.
just backed off and just watched. And so because I was on my own, sometimes that gives you time to think
Think that's
clearly,
real.
without the
Mm,
noise of your peers telling you what you should be, how you should be, how you should be
mm,
moving. I didn't have that. I just spent a lot of time. I used to go to the library and just sit in the library and try to read. And so all of this was kind of the reshaping, the remaking of me. And I think that opportunity in that particular industry really unlocked some of the treasures that were hidden in the earthen vessel. And when I came out of that, I had probably 2 years experience in that field, but I came out of it fired up. I came out of it thinking like an entrepreneur, thinking like a builder. I just had this belief that I could achieve anything that I set my mind to
mm.
do. And
And that's
this
what
was the
entrepreneurs
result.
thinking, yeah?
Yeah. It's thinking that I can make something out of nothing, out of my
Nothing.
thoughts, out of my ideas, and rejecting the idea that there are limits, for you.
Uh-huh.
And
Excellent.
That's right.
I think that good mentors help with that process, because my
Mhm.
manager in the agency, he just led us to believe that we could all become millionaires in a few years' time, and we could all just dominate this industry. And he just got us fired up. So that was a really great thing for me, because when I went into the ministry, I went in with the same mindset. And almost anything I've gone into it with a mindset that it's going to be hard at first,
Yeah.
but I'm going to learn it. I'm going to master it. I'm going to climb in stages, and I'm eventually going to get exactly where I want to go. So,
Mind's the key
that
then.
that turned into
Your mind has been the key for
oh
every area that you've been in.
100%. That positive mental attitude, and that belief in yourself, belief in God, belief in your possibilities,
Mhm.
that's critical, because once you doubt yourself, you're automatically at a disadvantage. Once
Yes.
one, one, once you
Yes.
doubt,
Yes.
you have given your enemy an advantage, a strategic advantage over you, because you're always going to be second guessing, and you're never going to take the risks that are necessary to win or to get the
That's
reward,
correct.
because everything worth achieving is going to be a risk, right? So
That's correct.
you kind of have to be um, kind of crazy to a certain degree. When you embark on something big,
Yeah.
folks will tell you you're crazy. It's
Yep.
just that you have to believe you're not crazy. You
Oh,
have to
yes.
believe they're crazy. I'm
And
cool.
you're the same
I'm
one.
cool. I'm
Yes.
gonna, I'm gonna prove this. So I think that mindset, that winning mindset, I think it is something you have to expose yourself to. In other words, it's in
Okay.
us, but it's buried in us. Like,
Yes.
That's
as
it.
Yes.
every
That's it.
child believes they can fly. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
we
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
them out of it. We
that's
convince them
right.
they can't fly, right?
That's it.
And that's good, really, to a degree, right? But every child believes there's no limits. When you say to a child, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" They talk about big things. I'm going to be
Yes.
this. I'm going to be that. I'm going to be the other. And then life starts to suppress those things.
That's
Oh,
Well,
yes.
you have to expose yourself to a new environment where people are talking big things
Mm.
and talking greatness and destiny and purpose,
that's
just
it.
to awaken what you were born with. You're born instinctively ready to win.
Wow.
That's
Do you know
correct.
what I mean? In fact,
So
biologically, you
yeah,
couldn't even have gotten here if you weren't a winner. All right,
yeah,
because
right. From the
there's a
very
race
beginning.
from the very
That's it.
beginning. There's only
Uh-huh.
one
Talk
sperm
it,
that
man.
actually
Talk it.
impregnates the person, right?
Yes.
Out of
How many billions
millions,
did you
out
meet?
of
That's it.
millions. So
There
you
you
was
go.
already a winner. If
There
you
you
are
go.
here,
Come
you
on.
are a winner, and
If you're here,
it's instinctively embedded in you. But society talks it out of you.
that's
Sometimes
right.
bad parenting talks it out of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes your conditions talks it out of you,
Come
and then you
on.
got to meet new people who can revive what is
That's it.
instinctively your
That's
own
it.
inclination.
That's
That's
right.
And
right.
it's meeting people like, a lot of the kids that have met you, they suddenly start believing that
Yes,
Sure.
I'm
actually
so.
I can be what I want to be. I
That's
can do what
right.
Yeah.
I want to do.
That's my job.
uh, and it's an important thing. If I'm going on too much, by the way, you have to stop me. You know
No,
me, I
no.
talk forever.
Here's what I want to say. I know, B, that there's a lot of people on this line that are thinking like, okay, well, I struggle with that. I don't really believe in myself. Bro, I didn't believe in myself. I listened to what the roads taught me that, okay, so how are you going to be able to be in a suit, earn six figures and do all kind of great things? You can't. You didn't do your exams. You didn't grab me that book from Bishop's book, baby sec. You didn't do your exams. You didn't get nothing from school. How are you going to get anywhere? You're homeless, all of that. So that I believed in that, what I was told, instead of breaking past that and saying it doesn't matter about my background, I can create something from nothing. It's already in me. I have to find it. So I had been one of these individuals, miseducated, by the masses, miseducation of the masses. This is Bishop Wayne Malcolm's book. If you got children and if you haven't, get this book. This book will, now Bishop, break it down, bro, because this book's too good. I love it.
All
The
right,
book's
all
too
right,
good.
all right. So the miseducation of the masses was inspired by a book I read by Carter G. Woodson called The Miseducation of the Negro. And when I read the book was talking about the fact that after the emancipation of slaves in America, it was now legal. They were now legally allowed to go to school, but the
Yeah,
schools were not actually teaching them the truth about themselves, about where they had come from, about their destiny. It wasn't really empowering them. Um, it was really a form of propaganda that was conditioning them to
Okay.
think a certain way, to assume certain limitations, and then
Okay.
and that led me to look at the education system as a whole, and I reached
Mm.
a simple conclusion. And most teachers love it, by the way. The
that's
biggest
correct.
consumers of that book are school teachers, and the conclusion I reach is that the compulsory state education began as
Yeah,
an instrument for social control. It
yeah,
became a factory for the mass production of a workforce. That was the point. It was about mass producing a
Yeah,
workforce in
exactly.
conveyor belt style. So it was going to rob you of any individuality. It was going to punish you for having imagination. It was going to punish you for for believing beyond your station, and it was going to condition you to get on the auction block so an employer can pick you, right? Like the slaves were back in the day. So
Yeah.
people came out of it with no option but to try to find a job. Now, that was great when we had jobs in abundance, but now the job market is shrinking all the time. So there's 1,000 people applying for one job. So there's a lot of people who, because they can't get a job, they think, well, I can't live. I've got to sign on. I've got to this. I've got to that, without realizing that actually the jobs may be few, but the opportunities are endless. You see, what you've now got to learn how to do is take what you have, take a skill, something, and when you have a skill, you take it for granted, right? But someone else will pay you for that, right? If you can put up shelves, someone will pay you for that. If you can tend a garden, someone will pay you for that. If you can create social media profiles, someone will pay you to manage their social media. There's lots of little things that we can do to generate our own income stream. So I realized that there was no entrepreneurial education in the school system. There was no alternatives to a job that was taught. There was no teaching about money. There was no understanding of the laws of finance and how to be financially intelligent. So we were coming out of the system not uneducated but miseducated, and there's a difference. You know what I mean? You can be educated and blind to the reality that's in front of you, that you have an opportunity. You start by looking in yourself, believing in yourself, surrounding yourself with the right mentors and environment and conversations and languages, and the penny will drop. Something you'll see, wow, that could be a business for me. It might be a small one to start with. It might be a little home-based thing, something I do on the side, but it can evolve, and eventually it does. So that was the point of the book, and it's forward by Les Brown, my brother.
Listen,
from another.
Please, get this now.
You
everyone
can get it on
online,
Amazon.
Get this book right now.
You can get it on Amazon or directly from our website.
That's exactly right. And we're going to talk about that in a minute, your website. But Bishop, there's so many people that don't recognize and realize that as they're pushing their youngsters to get your exam results, but if you don't have the knowledge about how to utilize and apply your knowledge, then you've got all these exam results, but you don't have the tools to be able to know how to make it work for you. Hence why we've got so many young people that have got debts from getting their degrees and don't even have the income coming in to be able to cover their debts and pay for their degrees that they've got, and they're doing jobs that they don't want to do.
Yeah. And that's the state we're in, and unfortunately, because of the pandemic, that state of play is going to increase for some people, but it's going to decrease for other people. And
someone says, what is the name of the book again? It's Miseducation of the Masses.
The Miseducation of the Masses. The miseducation of the masses. Yeah. So I'll tell you, I've got to go soon, Doctor. But I'll tell people how to do it. But let me just share this, okay?
Yeah.
That tools, techniques, systems, they are like software. Okay, and they can only work in the correct operating system. So if you were to take Windows software and try and install it on a Mac, you will get an error message that says it's incompatible. You take Mac software and try to install it on a Windows in the Windows operating system, you're going to get an error message that says this is incompatible. Let me tell you something. Your operating system is what God gave you. It's your mind. Okay, and so even if we were to put a business idea into the wrong mindset, it just rejects it
Won't
as an
work.
error message. It just
That's
it's incompatible.
Doesn't work.
So we've got to start with the operating system and say, God, give me an operating system that can receive the ideas that you're giving me, can receive the tools, can receive the
Amen to that.
instruction. So it just logs in there and it actually
that's
starts working for us.
Yep.
So
that's
there's so much more. I hope you bring me back on at some point.
Oh,
It's been
you are
fun.
coming back on, Bishop. We
The
love you,
the
man.
the,
Seriously.
Tell us
the
about you. Tell us
website,
about your website. Yeah.
Please,
yeah,
man.
so we have a community of people
Which I'm a
who are
part of.
professionals. Yeah, they're professionals, they're entrepreneurs, they're influencers, they're creatives, they're people that really believe in themselves and want to go on further. And what we deliver to that community is free to join. We deliver to that community weekly high-level training, professional development training. And you can join it at iglobalnetwork.org. That's iglobalnetwork.org. And most of our books and resources you can also buy from that network. So that's what we do, and we do it around the world, and it's just joy. It's joy when you see the light come on in someone's
Coming
mind,
on.
and
That's
a
right.
year later they tell you what they've now done with their life. It's
Yes.
this. I don't even feel like I'm working. I feel like this is like one great big playground and a holiday. We love what we do.
There you go. There you go. Bishop.
Thanks, Bishop.
Thank you
so much.
Steve. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Everyone can
Daz. Thank
understand
you,
Thank
Mark.
why you've been
you.
my coach, why you've been my mentor all these years, and the value that you've added in my life and what I'm giving out to young people, man. You've added value
Bless
to
you.
that as well.
Give man
And
my
thank
love.
you for all. I certainly will. And thank you for all of the love that you're showing to so many people, the way you're serving people, what you do for young people and what you do for their parents and what you're doing for the whole generation. It means a lot. Thank you so much. And
Thank you
God
so
bless
much,
you.
Thank you,
my
You'll have a
brother.
Bishop.
great,
Speak to you
God
great
bless you,
soon.
evening.
man.
Take care.
Bye. I
Bye.
don't know how to get off this. I don't
I'll
know
let
how to
you
get
off.
off
I'll
this
let you
button.
off. Just X
We'll
yourself
take
off.
you
I'll
off.
do it.
Just X.
We'll do
Okay.
it.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
We will, Bishop. Wasn't that
Lovely.
awesome? Huh? Wasn't that awesome, guys? You know, what did you get from that, man? There was so much gems in there. So many gems.
Well, I've done the same, haven't I?
Yeah, yeah. Share your
So
share
I've left
experience.
midwifery over a year now,
Left midwifery, you know.
working with
Good
Mark,
career.
and I always thought that I need to do something. There's something in me that I can do, and I've been asking God, what can I do? What can I do?
And you did feel fear
I
as
did
well.
feel fear. It was fearful, but I knew I
Sometimes
wanted
people
to go
believe
out
in you.
there.
I always told you, innit?
Yeah, I knew I wanted to go out there and do something. And was it before the end of last year? I was talking to my friend Tanisha, who's online with us today. Hi, TT. That I really love photography, and it's just been coming in my mind, and the Lord has been putting it in there. So I decided, you know what? Let me stop being fearful and let me just do this. So I decided to start a photography business. And what I've decided to do is to go back into the field where I was in birth photography. Now, I love photography.
I love childbirth.
I love childbirth.
So mix the two.
So I've mixed the two.
Two favorite things you love to do.
So I knew to take photos with my phone and everything, but I didn't know how to use a professional camera. But within no time,
You've been picking out.
it just went like this. It's like it was deposited in me, and it just works.
But the thing is, you put time.
And I
you put
yes,
time.
yes. And I'm taking the risk, as Bishop said. I'm investing in it because I know that it's going to be a great business. It's going to be great. I believe in myself for doing it, and I will hit the market in Britain of one of the top birth photographer out there. Absolutely fantastic.
Yes, we love it. Thank you for that,
Thanks.
experience and testimony, because we need to hear real life experiences from people. So we know that, look, there's no difference between that lady and me. There's no difference between that man and me. We can also do this.
And I'm doing it with my friend Tanisha as well. So we're both doing it together. She does great portraits. We come together. We offer birth photography, maternity photos. She does portraits, and that's it. So we know we're going to be great in this market here.
Yes, Sam,
absolutely.
Praise him. Yes.
Yes, Aisha, it's a great business. Got all my staff. Got my iMac today.
Yeah.
It's just
So
fantastic.
what do you want to do? Like, ask yourself, what do you really want to do? Like, sometimes I get to a point where I go all the way to when I'm going to leave this planet. You know, what do I want to be able to say that I've done? What impact do I want to say that I've made? And based on that, I just write stuff down.
Oh yeah, and I've had my first session the other day on Thursday. Oh
Yeah.
yes, I had my first maternity
So
42.
excited. She's more
Yes.
excited than when I touch
Stop
her.
it.
She gets
That's a
more
lie.
excited than that.
That's
So
a lie.
I've never
Stop
seen
it.
her so excited like that before.
But it was
yeah,
great.
so this is awesome. And I just want to inject some of this inspiration as we reflect upon the interview that me and Bishop just had, where he's dropping bombs on you. I want you to ignite that light. Allow that, pull the curtains of fear away and allow the light to come in to your
Oh
life.
yes, our big daughter Tanisa, she's the doula in our business. How can I forget you, Tanisa? So we've got a doula and we've got photographers, and she's hooking me up with clients.
Yes.
So boom.
So my daughter is a doula.
She's a doula.
And for those that don't know what a doula is, I'm going to make sure she comes on next week and tells us all about doula.
Someone says, I know what I want to do, but don't know where to start.
Okay. So let's write down exactly how you're gonna get there. So if like you put a destination in, start looking at what's the first step you need to take. Normally, it's research. The more research you do in what you want to do, is the greater chances that you have of success. So if I want to be like I decided to be, I wanted to box. So you know, I turned what I done, which was getting to fight. I turned that into a profession. So the first thing I done was some research. Okay, how do other people go from becoming nothing, just loving throwing their hands, to becoming a world champion? So I done research in that. So I found out that you got to find an amateur boxing club. Okay, great. Let me find one of those. Let me go in there and start training. And that was the first steps of my things. But one of the earliest steps I took was realizing I had to change my food, because as I studied other fighters, I realized they ate certain things. They were professionals. So I would say to you, someone's already done what you want to do.
That's right.
So go and look at what they've done.
So that's what I've done.
Their journey.
Yeah.
It's not like putting it in the sat nav. It shows you your route. So you can see your route moving forward, can't you? So what you want to do is, the reason why you write things out is because it allows you to see your route moving forward. And you obviously do it specific, you got time management in there. You make sure it's measurable, realistic, all of that, and specific. You have to be specific. Don't come off like, oh yeah, I want to make a lot of money. Well, what's a lot of money? A lot of money, is £100 to someone, and a lot of money is $1 million to somebody else. So, what is a lot of money to you? And you have to look at then what's the next step? Because you run a marathon and reach to the end step by step. So you make the £1 million pound by pound, £10 by £10. So start looking at the steps that you need to take en route to your goal.
That's right.
So I want you to come back, inbox me, DM me, whatever you like, or come on the show and let us know what you did do. We'd like to be we'd like you to share your journey. Okay? We'd like you to share your journey with us.
I'd like to hear it as well.
So you can let us know, what did you do? You gotta put it down. That is the law given to us from before all of these motivation speakers and these self-help guys came along. The creator gave us a manual, because all created beings have got a manual, a document about how best to use the product. We're products, we're human beings, products made by a great and loving creator. So in that document, it tells us about writing down what it is, your goals, what you want to achieve.
So Charlotte says, I have written down what I have done, spoke endlessly to the universe, but it seems to be a block somewhere, not sure if it's fair.
Okay, cool. So that means that you got faith, but you've got no faith in action, because you're not acting upon what you've written down. So what's your first step that you need to take to be able to get. Remember, it's steps that you get to reach the top of the mountain.
That's
Okay,
right.
steps you get to reach to the marathon. So stop thinking about the end. Stop thinking about the line. Focus on the next step.
You know, Charlotte, when I was gonna do my this was first professional where someone's gonna pay me, and on Thursday. During the day, I was feeling fearful, like in my head, like, what are you gonna do? You can't do this. And I was like, no. I can do this. I was born to do this, and I'm gonna smash this. So I keep telling myself that. But even though I felt a bit of fear, the more I put the positivity inside me and say it out loud, it's the more I didn't feel the fear anymore. But when I got there, I was like, oh my gosh, I hope I don't spoil the photos. But then I was like, nah, you can't do that. So I keep encouraging myself as I go through. And I've got some great photos that she was just overwhelmed by them as well.
What my wife's saying is, have a word with yourself.
Have a word with yourself.
I've done a post this week about inspiring yourself, self-motivation. And you have to develop that skill. You know, we feel down and then we say, yeah, I've had a bad day. Well, what did you do about it? What did you do about that bad day? Did you make an effort, or did you just wallow in it? Did you know that you can fight back these thoughts that are in your head? They're not here to take control of your mind. They're there because they present themselves as opposition.
That's
okay, right. They're the ops. You know, the man them on roads talking about ops. They're not ops. The man them on in the other estate, on the other area. The ops is in their head, mate. The voices that come in their head that tell them to pick up knives to go and join these guys. That's the ops. It's what's going on in your brain, and what's going on in your brain, Charlotte, is the ops. It's telling you that, you know what, let me just tomorrow. Well, we ain't got tomorrow. You know, we're not promised that. The manual also tells us that we are not promised tomorrow.
I just said book an appointment with yourself.
Okay? Brilliant. So have a word with yourself. You are the best therapist that you're going to get. You speak back to those negative voices that are keeping you down. You speak back to the fear voice that's preventing you from acting.
Yeah, this person said it goes back to what you said earlier. It's about loving yourself first, isn't it? That's important. Very, very important. We have to love ourselves. Absolutely.
And can you show how much you love yourself if you sat down and wrote down, okay, what do I want to do? How do I want to look? How much money do I want to make? What impact do I want to have on the community, on the people in my family's lives? And if you see that, well, I'm not actually doing anything to bring value to anyone else's life or even my own. I've just settled. You know, Bishop was talking about how we've been conditioned. Have we been conditioned to settle? And can you imagine the impact that we would have on this planet?
Absolutely.
If we all decided to get up, stand up, and value our lives, show ourselves some self-love, talk back to those negative voices in our head that are telling you can't, giving you every reason not to, and saying, oh, I'm not confrontational kind of person, so I just try to stay away from all of that. No, there isn't a confrontational kind of person. There's just you and what you've decided to do. Okay, and it's only fear that prevents you from doing the things that's going to make you a better person. I could have just been another guy on the roads. That's all I would have been if I never dealt with the fear of stepping up, you know, getting up in the morning, training, getting ready, preparing my body and my mind to go in the ring and face another individual that had done the same thing so he could defeat me. So the fear of being beaten can ride your mind. But you know what? You have to feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yep.
Tell yourself that. Say to yourself, I'm going to feel this fear, but I'm still going to do it because I'm worth it. I love me. Show yourself some love. So I want to show you some love that demonstrates how much I love me. Okay? So I don't want to see people that are going through the struggle and they're not being able to have employment because a lot of people have been, you know, sacked or laid off or whatever it is. And they have to wonder about what they're doing. Brother, come here. So what happened the other day is I sat down. I had a chat with my brother, who's an absolutely amazing consultant in employment. He is amazing, my brother. He hits his targets all the time. Okay. He always gives the praise to God because he always asks God to help him do that. But it's about his love that he has and his passion that he has for other people's lives. And my brother doesn't just come there and wants to hit the marker and get you a job. He ends up developing friendships with the clients. He ends up supporting and helping them in every way he can. And he's really passionate about changing people's lives in terms of employment. So I'm hoping there's young people on this platform today. I'm hoping that there's older people on this platform today who either want employment or want to begin that journey of entrepreneurialism, that fear that you had inside that stopped you from being able to sell your own products, create, your own creative ability that you've had. You could turn that into, you could monetize that. Okay. So we want to welcome Clarence Junior Prince, my older brother. He is just the best brother that any brother could ask for. He's absolutely fantastic. He's the joker of the family. Guys like the Mo the comedian, Slim the comedian, all these guys, yeah. My brother was doing what these guys are doing, and if there was Instagram and all that, then he would have been on there doing his crazy stuff and making everyone laugh. But we've been blessed to have him, and now he's passionate about people. So, bro, we had a meeting the other day, and what I'm trying to do with the Cayenne Prince Foundation is expand our impact. So it's no point helping young people to bring light into their mind, but there's no outcome. We want to help you on the long journey. We want to see you into what you desire, your dreams and achieving. We want to see you making money. We want to see you on platforms where you're being trained and developed. We want to see you on courses and making P. So the reason why I linked up with my brother's organization, what they call, bro? Capital City College Group. Capital City College Group. And we've decided to work together as organizations to bring outcomes to people. So tell them about the first platform, like the age groups and what's available for young people.
All right, I'll keep it short and sweet. So if anyone got any pen, take notes. Capital City College Group is actually 5 colleges put together to make one super college. That's the College of North East London, Tottenham College, Enfield College, Regent Park, and the college in Islington also as well.
So does that widen the areas for young people that are listening? Right. So you're not restricted to like Harrogate, Enfield, stuff like that. No matter what ends you're from, that you're listening to right now, or parents, take this information down for your young person, or young people, if you got your friends, take this info down for them. Any area, where you got from, bro?
So what's most importantly now, obviously we realise the current climate at the moment where things are happening, lockdown, a lot of people getting sick. So we're now running a course called the Health and Social Care course, which is for about 3 to 4 months, and you can get up to level 1, 2, and 3. So anybody who wants to get into the Health and Social Care course, it's all online. Level 1, 2, and 3 you receive after 3 to 4 months of training online. And that will take you in any sector in the health and social care to try and get a job now, because everyone's trying to change their job role now and move on to different things now.
That's excellent.
We've also got another thing where a lot of people are fine doing now, because the first time they had recession a few years back, they found a lot of people actually became self-employed and found things to do, either sell stuff online, maybe do massages and things like that, hairdressing, beauty. So what we're doing now, we've got a course called Startup Step Up. Startup is for anybody that wants to start their own business. We give you a mentor to work with you to help you start your business up from scratch, help with your business plan. Those of who've got business already, we run a course called Step Up, where you sit with the mentor also to help you in all aspects of running your business, basically. We've also got a program called Bounce Back. This is for a lot of people that probably don't want to go self-employed.
What are the ages for like the social care one? Are there specific ages for social care?
Social care one, I believe, is 18 plus, but I will find out just to make sure.
Just to confirm.
I know the Bounce Back is for 16 plus. So a lot of people have left
Are
school.
we talking about 16 to 30? Are we talking about, what are we talking here?
16 to 65.
Right. Okay.
And that's all the boroughs that we're working with.
Wow, that's fantastic. 16 to 65.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So Bounce Back, we actually help with apprenticeships, all types of. Well, my actual job role is working as a recruitment consultant for all these three contracts: Startup Step Up, Healthy Social Care, and Bounce Back.
So will they, if they DM me, will they be able to get to see you? Because
That's right.
my brother's the best guy. You know, he really takes care of you and does everything he can to make sure that you get to where you need to. So bro, what should we advise him? You can DM me. You can, can I give you the details of my...
Someone just put the link for Capital.
Okay, I'll tell you what you do. You want to go to a direct person. So get the details of my brother and link my brother. He will make sure that you get what it is you're looking for. Okay, I would say give your email address. I'm going to give out my brother's email address. What is it, bro?
I'll say it slowly. It's Clarence.Prince.
That's CLARENCE, Clarence.
At Capital.
That's Clarence.Prince.
Yes, at Capital CCT.ac.uk.
Okay.
Let's say that one more time.
That's Clarence.Prince.
That's right.
At Capital CCT.ac.uk. And remember, we're running the three programs of health and social care, the bounce back program to help young people back into the labour market, and we run short courses as well if they want to do a short course to get them back up to scratch again, and also the health and social care. So that's Startup Step Up, if anyone's starting a business or running their own business, health and social care, and the bounce back program.
Yes, my brother. Thank you so much, man.
Anytime,
I'm so proud of this guy.
Anything to help anybody out there who's looking.
Lovely.
Cheers.
Was that helpful? Thank you so much, brother. Was that helpful to any of you guys out there?
If you need the information out, you can DM us so we can pass it over via the DM.
Anything you've missed, okay? But what I'm trying to get you is direct access, okay? So I want you to have direct access with the stuff with Bishop and the platforms that he has for self-development, for you to gain those life coaching skills and understanding you so you can achieve your goals and help you with management, self-management, organizing yourself, all this stuff that you're struggling with. You know, I think Bishop Wayne Malcolm's program and his website, go onto there. But the thing that he has on there is he has this link where you can't just, I think, go on. You have to say who you've gone through to get on. I'm not sure if he still does that. If he does, just put my name and then just go straight through and do what you're doing. But please do not miss out. I'm going to bring Bishop back, okay? Yeah. Because there's so many areas that we can cover when it comes to somebody with Bishop's experience and knowledge. And that's really helped me a great deal. Yeah. But I pray that the things that I've mentioned to action, because I'm all about action. Ain't no point of talking, okay? So one of the other things I'm trying to achieve is I'm creating food for people who are struggling to put food on the table. Clothes for the same reason, toys for the kids and families, and people are finding it difficult. Feel no way, no shame in the game. I've been broke so many times. I've had nothing. I ain't had a pot to piss in at these times when life's been that tough. Trust me, man, I ain't even got a car to sleep in them times there. But I'm here today, and don't feel no way. Just take the opportunity. We're trying to create a platform so people can get the food. We want to be able to meet you as well, one-on-one, bless you. In any way that we can, have a real impact and bring value to your lives. So I'll tell you where I am with that, because I think on the first episode I told you that we were going to start doing the feedback.
The lady today, so
excellent. We received an email. I didn't know. I woke up thinking about it, thinking this is taking too long. And this is what's going to happen on your journey. When you want to achieve stuff, yeah, you're going to be like, this, like, no. I like it. That's funny. Yeah, anyway. There's going to be times when you're going to be so frustrated and you're going to be like, I just want to give up. But don't trust me. That means you're so close to your breakthrough. You know, you're going to get through achieving what you want to achieve. You're going to get to your goals. You're going to make a wonderful impact on people, but you just got to get through this stage and you got to continue to research and gain knowledge. We've never been in a time that we live in now where knowledge is freely available. You know, we could go on courses. Is it London only? No, contact us. You know, if you're out of London, whatever, let's see what we can do, because my brother would know more about that. We've got his email up there. Please take it. DM me if there's any more information that you need. Guys, DM me your questions as well, because I want you to remember, I'm here to serve you. This isn't about us. We really want to serve you. The advice and the knowledge that I want to share is what I've gained over my struggles and over my adversities. I want to be able to share this with you because I know I'm not alone. People are going through troubles and adversities right now in their homes, all different areas, abuse, just mental illness. We're not mentally healthy, many of us, and we've been able to sort of get on and function, but that's not the level that we really want to be functioning at. We want to be like a high performance vehicle. Who wants to be a bashed up old motor, just years old and just about chugging along? Because many of us are living our lives like that, like an old beat down car that's on its last legs. We all want to be Range Rovers, Mercedes, and we've been created to function as high performance. Okay, that's what's in all of us. The thing is, we're the only creation that's so amazing and loved by God like it is, that we've been given choice. Okay? We've been given choice. That's right. So stop blaming everyone outside of you for the stuff you don't like about your life, where you are in life. What are you going to do? Are you going to do and make the efforts to get the research done? Are you, or is it long? Oh, that's long. That's what we hear from the youth. That's long, man. And all they got to do, you know, is go in the kitchen and turn on the fire under the pot, you know, bro. It's long. When we dust out our microwave, the kids are like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Warm up your food in the pot, bro. It's healthy for you. You ain't developing up no cancer cells in you. Get rid of the microwave. It's unhealthy. So we dust it out, and look, they're used to it. We don't hear no one no more.
Complain anymore. Everyone's fine.
Yeah, everyone's fine. Just get used to the bar that you set. You know, I don't want to. If I'm going to change that in my life, I'm not going to leave it there for my kids, just because, you know, it's long for them. Now, what's long is usually the best way.
Corey, if that's your name here, could you inbox us so we talk to you from our inbox about helping? Yeah, go on, baby.
Guys, stretch me, test me, challenge me, and if I don't know how to help, I know someone who does know how to help.
Hi, Mark.
Okay?
I lost my dad and uncle last year at the same time. Any advice you can give to fight through depression?
Loads of advice I can give. Please DM me. Look, your grief is something serious. You know, you can either plummet downwards, and believe it or not, you can fly. You can fly after, because we've got this belief that, oh, woe is me. I can't live without you. I can't do this without you. Yeah, it's a feeling. It's a feeling. And trust me, I have that feeling every day. You know, most days, these eyes are filled with water. But I keep it moving. I keep it moving with the tears in my eyes. I refuse to stop. You got to have that no quit attitude. No quit attitude. Ayub, are you on the line still? Ayub, my brother. He's a young fighter. I want to give him a shout out. I always give a young person a platform on here. So if you want a platform and you're doing something positive to inspire other young people, shout me. Put a request in. Is there you on there, sweetheart? Can we request him? Because we're almost at 6. We want to keep it to an hour. Want to keep it professional. Hopefully, we're waiting for Ayub. He's under Ninja Boxer. He's under Ninja Boxer. So please follow Ninja Boxer. Listen, guys, before we end up closing at 6 here, I just want to introduce you to a young man that is so very special. When I met this young man, he was in the gym. Okay, so imagine this guy's come from Morocco. You come from Morocco, innit, bro? Ayub, can you hear me? Please hear me, Ayub. Oh man, try him again. Try him again.
All the way in China.
Listen, this guy, yeah, I'm telling you, all these young people are like, oh, it's long, this and this and that. Bro, if you want to make it in life, stop trying to find the short route in life. Can you hear me, Ayub?
Yes, bro. Until I went live,
Listen,
the
I'm
internet
just
was
sharing with
stressing
them.
just like I am.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I see.
I'm just sharing with them, for the young people listening, stop saying it's long. That's your enemy, saying it's long. There is no short way to the glory that's awaiting you. There is no short journey to the mountaintop. There's no short way to the top of the
And if
line.
the mountain was smooth, we wouldn't be able to climb it.
Ooh, that's my girl coming through with the motivational lines. Hey, Ayub. Now, Ayub,
Yo, my brother,
tell
how are
him
you,
who
man?
you are. Tell him who you are, and tell him a little bit about your journey, because I'm applauding you for your tenacity, your determination, and your continuation of
I don't know
your
what's wrong with the internet, man. It
focus.
was all good until now. Probably the internet is stressing just the same as I am.
Yeah. Don't stress, King, because you ain't stressed on your journey. You've been going strong, haven't you? Guys, man.
Sorry.
Yo, you've been going
Okay,
strong
now
on your
I can hear
journey.
you now.
Okay, good. Tell them about your journey, Ayub. You're a young man wanting to become a champion.
Yes, well, I was born in Morocco, and I wasn't. I never loved school. You know, the first time my parents took me to school, I wanted out. You know, so. But I always loved like Bruce Lee and stuff. You know, I loved
Yeah.
fighting and all that. My dad saw that, and my dad is the kind of guy like he never wants me to be bullied or nothing like that. You know, so if I got bullied in school, he was like, you know, he would be hard on me a little bit. You know,
Okay, good.
like
Nice.
yeah, like what you doing? You eating grass? No,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So yeah, he
good.
took me to the gym, started training and all that, and then started feeling more, more comfortable to fight outside and all that stuff.
Did it build your
Later on,
self-confidence inside, Ayub? Did boxing build your self-confidence about how you
yeah,
felt about you?
yeah, definitely, man, definitely,
Awesome.
definitely. Especially when, like back in Morocco, I remember when I was like 16, that was the first time I said to myself, you know what, I want this to be my job. Like I want to turn pro. Yeah,
Wow.
because I saw a Moroccan guy who made it in kickboxing. And when you see someone from your own country like making it, you feel like you kind of close to it as well. Like you can do it
Good,
too,
good,
right?
good. So what did you do? Because someone's on the line and said, where do I start? Where did you start, Ayub? What did you do?
Well, I just went to a gym, started training. Whenever they said there is a fight or anything, I just go to it. Sometimes I feel scared and all that, just like you said it, but you gotta do it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm like in the back of my head, I'm like, I can't tell my father, I'm going to the fight, and then later on tell him, look, I don't want to do this no more. It's just not me.
Yeah.
Probably I was like a little bit also conditioned to not show him that I'm scared too, but that
Okay.
helped me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
If
What
if
did that
probably
mean to you? What did that mean to you that if you showed your dad you were scared? Why did you think that you had to do that at the time? Because that's very
well,
interesting.
I look, my father came from a background where they brought up tough, right? They My grandpa was in the Second World War. You know what I mean? His father been shot. It was like they've been really brought up rough, you know. So for me, just to show that, to feel scared and stuff, or to show him that I'm scared, I feel like I'm kind of drifting away from that toughness, you know.
Okay, okay,
You know
okay.
what I mean?
How do you feel
Yeah.
about that now? Do you feel like it's okay to show that as a man that you have weaknesses? Are you still
Now,
there?
now I'm not that scared anymore, though. I'm not that
Okay.
scared anymore as I used to be, you
Yeah.
know. But I'm really thankful the way he like puts stuff in my mind. Like he is soft to me and everything, but also hard at the same time.
Nice.
But if he was like too soft to me, like yeah, it's okay if this is like this, it's fine. I wouldn't be here where I am today, you know.
Ah.
I wouldn't be here, man.
So do you
You know.
think a lot of young guys need some good, a strong male figure and some strictness? Because you find that mums kind of give their boys, what they want, and they're their special boys. A lot of mums, not every mum does, and
Yeah.
even you, you got your little youngest boy that you just love him to bits. But Daz was a bit different. She was one of the mums that was quite solid, had a solid
Yeah.
structure for her sons. But anyway, the focus on what I wanted to know about the journey, because a lot of young boys are in a position where they don't know where to start. So you just found the gym, you got in the gym, and what
I
I
found
know
the
is
gym. Yeah. I
you
found the
find
gym.
people on your journey. Okay, so
Yes.
so
Yeah.
that's how me and you met.
Yes.
Oh,
I
yeah,
found the gym, started
in
training.
gym.
I wanted to be a K1 fighter. Then I found out, you know what? I'm gonna go to the UK. There is no much kickboxing in UK. It's more proper boxing in UK.
Hmm, hmm.
So I went to the UK at the age of 18. Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
18 years old, 18, 19. I went to the UK, found the gym, and I wanted to turn pro at that time. I didn't know how hard it was, you know. I came from amateur in kickboxing. Then
Okay.
then I started sparring with some pros. The first two spars I beat the guy up, but then somebody just bashed me up, man. You know, in the in TKO gym in Canning Town.
Yeah. Yeah. Know the gym well.
Yeah.
Billy
Well,
J. Saunders used to train in there.
yeah. Billy Joe Saunders used to train
Yeah,
there, yeah, with Mark Tips.
that's it.
Yeah, and then stopped training for a little while here and there. Then I went to train in Finchley, right? Yasin El Mashi took me there to Don Charles gym,
Hmm.
and then I met the amazing, wonderful man, Mark Prince. Mark, I saw him first time. I didn't see him in the gym actually. I saw him outside. I just came from the bus, I went out, and I saw this guy coming up, and he just looked like so tough, you know. I was like, oh my God, look at this guy.
You thought I looked tough?
You do look tough.
That's
I
what my
was like,
wife
You're
says.
scary.
I was
I'm,
like,
We don't know you.
yeah,
I'm moist. I'm a marshmallow, bro.
Oh, yeah, when you
look,
know
look,
you, but
look, Mark he's really handsome, yeah, but he's scary at the same time,
it's
you know.
true.
I'm telling you, right? And he didn't have no smile on his face, and I was like, look at this guy. This is like a strong DMX, right? He was looking just like a so like so strong and rough. I was like, oh my God, this guy, he would beat the shit out of me. I don't think I can beat this guy. Next thing, I see him in the gym, and I was like so happy to meet this tough guy, you know, because I just met him the day before. I mean, I saw him the day before, and he was like so nice to me. Like he introduced himself, and I introduced myself as well. And he like told me like, if you want to come train, I'll train with you, no problem. And he just gave me a lot of time. Like for me thinking about it now, for him, like all the heights he's reached, even at that time, like look, he fought for the world title. He was a champion. You know, he doesn't need to be spending time with somebody who's 20-year-old. You know?
Is that how you was thinking when after we met and I was giving you all those that time? You was thinking that I don't need to be doing it. So my thinking is, you're a young guy. You've come over
Yeah,
here. You told me you're from Morocco. I didn't really see a
yeah,
lot of support for you, so I just thought,
yes.
you know, I can add some value to your life, and just wanted to do that. That was
Yeah,
it.
because it's true. I didn't get a lot of support in there, either in TKO gym or either in our
Yeah,
places. Nobody believed in me. Like they were saying probably, like this is just another guy. He wouldn't even sell no tickets. Nobody will come watch him anyway,
that's
even if
it.
he turns pro. Blah blah blah. But I see Mark just believe. I don't know if he believed in me or he wanted to like to to put that seed in me, like that belief seed in me. I don't know
That's
what
what I
it is
was doing.
to this day, you know.
That's what I
But
was doing,
whatever it
AU.
That's
is,
what it was, AU.
That's what I was doing, bro. I wanted
right?
you to believe in you. I wanted to
Yeah,
work with you every day because I saw potential in you. And what I loved was your heart.
Yeah.
You are awesome heart. And I'll tell any young person this
thank
year,
you, bro.
your greatest commodity, okay, guys, is you, your heart as an individual. The fact that the way you treat people and care about people, that will draw opportunities your way. Because of how the energy he exuded, he drew me. He drew my energy to him. Do you understand, young people and grown folk? The energy we walk around with, we can either repulse people or we can draw them in. So if we walk around with our mindset full of love, our heart full of love, and our thoughts are wonderful and healthy and positive, what I'm trying to tell you is that you will draw this into your life. And I think that's what happened with us, Ayub, because I'm just as
Yeah,
blessed to have Ayub in my life as he is to have me
yeah.
in
I
his
am
life.
really grateful to have you in my life, man. Like seriously, thank God I have you in my life. I'm so happy, man. Look, you gave me so much time at that time that I'm always gonna be grateful for it. Like, and thank God, like my parents met you as well. I met your kids,
Yeah.
Zine, everything, and we became
Oh,
like a
my boys
family.
love you to bits, though.
I
I
think
appreciate that. I really
the,
do.
the
I
power
love
the
that.
power in the journey, Ayub, the power in the
Yeah,
journey is you. What you done. Like forget about me. What you done with what you got. Because young people need to hear this. Elders, you need to hear this. It's what you use and what you got. So if you got a little, use the little that you've got and turn it
yeah,
into something. Like if you see AU Box now, go and follow him. Go on his Instagram account. And I'm telling you right now, the way I used to be able to catch Ayub, I can't catch him like that now. The
I don't
way
know.
I used to be able to take Ayub's body, knock him around, I can't do that now. Go on his page, look at this kid, look at his slip. He has listened to everything. Listen to me.
Yes, yes,
All of us want to be kings. All of us want to be queens, but we have to be students first. And unless
yes,
you become a great student, you are never going to be able to rule. You have to serve first. You have to serve. Look at the greatest on heaven and earth. When he came here, Jesus, he says, I come to serve. I come to serve humanity. Even though he was the king of the universe, he come to serve. So we have to have that servant attitude of learning. Let's take on as much information. That means getting rid of our ego. Hello, somebody.
And our own self-belief and
Get rid of our egos. Keep your self-belief, get rid of your doubts, and get rid of your egos.
limiting beliefs. That's what
Yeah,
I would say.
it's limiting beliefs. Only
yes,
one.
man. Like
Yeah, there's somebody
many
else.
things, like a lot of things you taught
Okay.
me. Yeah,
No
like a lot
doubt.
of things. A lot of things you taught me then, I start seeing it coming out now. And I'm saying, look, this jab, I learned this from Mark, right? And you used to catch me with it like so many times.
Mm.
Even, what's his name? That guy, he's on Sky Sports. He's a short guy.
Um,
Spencer.
um,
Spencer Oliver.
oh, yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Spencer Oliver used to see me getting caught with that jab and he's telling me, look, just move it. I'm telling him, how can I move, man? Did you see that? No, now I'm catching people with that jab, right?
That's correct.
Hey, go AU.
It's a
Yeah,
process, isn't it,
those
AU?
workouts.
So you want to be champ, but you
Yes,
realize it's a process.
It's a process.
Yeah, it's a
And
long
through that
process as well.
process, there was a time you were getting your ass whooped.
Yes, bro. Yeah.
Please, people that are listening,
Yeah,
on
broken
your
ribs,
life
broken
journey,
bones.
there's gonna be a stage you're gonna get an ass whooping. Take it
Yes.
in now, embrace it now, and say, I'm gonna have to go through some shit. And
Yeah.
okay, I'm ready for it. It's what I learn from it. It's how I process that, what I have to go through, that's gonna make me a champion in whatever area of life that I decide that I want to walk in, the route I want to go down. Now, you are a perfect
Yeah.
example of going through this. Your skills are phenomenal even now. And you're at
Thank you.
your,
I
what,
appreciate
third
it.
fight, fourth fight? What number are you at now? Are you
Now I'm 4 fights, 3 first round KOs, man.
three
First
first
round
round
KOs.
KO? Boy, trust me. And as you go through the stages, we're going to make sure that we keep developing you up so you could keep stopping them regardless of what level you're at. Because there's some
Yeah, and
people that can only stop
every
them
time Mark.
in their first 10 fights because they're at a low level. And when they get to another stage, the next level, because this is levels. Boxing's about levels, okay? For those that don't
Yes.
know, there's domestic levels, there's journeyman levels, domestic levels, international levels, European, all of that. And you go to world levels, and then there's elite levels. Okay, so it depends how much work you want to put in. Okay, I don't normally call out names, but the reason why Floyd is at the elite level is because he's always in the gym. He is a gym rat. So
Yeah.
he's got radar of punches coming. Whoosh, whoosh, he turns his head
Yeah.
away. And let me tell you something, whatever you work at, this is not boxing. I said that we're all fighters. All of us are fighters, regardless of what you're in, because you have to fight life. You have to fight adversity. You have to fight mental health. You have to fight negative thoughts. So all you have to do is continue training yourself to do the right thing. And what happens, you begin seeing what's coming before it comes, like Mayweather. He sees the trouble, he turns away. You see the
Yeah.
temptation, you hear the voice telling you, nah, you can't do that, you're not good enough. And what do? You say, now, I know that, boys. That's not for me. I'm on this. Keep practicing. Ayub, you're a gym rat. You stay in the gym, don't you?
Yeah, I do, man. I do. Many times I really thought like, you know what? This thing is not for me, you know? Many times, man. But I always go back and think of my father, how hard he worked. You know, came from the countryside doing this, doing that. He became a doctor, whatever he wanted, he really worked hard at what he does. And I'm saying, you know what? I'm not gonna tell my family, look, I can't do this. What they gonna look at me like? Probably they won't look at me. Probably they won't look at me as bad as I think they will. But in my mind, I'm thinking I can't give that any chance. You know what I mean? I can't give it no chance. So I just keep walking the walk. You
Ayub,
know.
I'm so proud of you, bro. I'm so
Thank you,
proud
bro.
of
Appreciate it.
you. Like, go
Appreciate it. It
on
means a
to your
lot to me,
handle.
man.
Tell him your Instagram handle, Ayub. Okay, tell me your Instagram handle, bro.
Yeah, Ninja Boxer.
Ninja Boxer.
I don't remember my Instagram. One
Ninja
second.
Boxer
Yeah,
Ama.
Ninja Boxer
GR.
GR. Yeah,
Ninja
Ninja
Boxer
Boxer
Ninja
GR.
Boxer GR.
GR.
Okay, guys, follow Ayub. He's gonna do great things on the boxing scene.
Thank you, man.
And Ayub just demonstrated to us about the journey, the process, how difficult it is, the voices that come in and tell him, oh, do you know
Yeah.
what? I don't know. I
And
don't want to
even when I
keep
went to
doing this.
Morocco as well, because later on I couldn't stay in the UK no more. So, you know, I went back to Morocco. I left Maggie in there, and we kept apart for like 1 year and 7 months.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Look at the
Yeah.
sacrifice you've made, bro. You got a lovely
Right?
partner, Maggie. Let's give Maggie a big shout out. A lovely
Yeah.
partner, and your beautiful little princess. You know,
Yeah, Mariam. Thank you, bro.
since I've known you, what's the little princess name again?
Mariam.
Maria.
Mariam.
Beautiful
Mariam. Yeah,
Maria.
Mariam. Yeah.
And you're blessed because over where you are, you're boxing over China now. You moved over China, you're
Yeah.
boxing.
I
And you
came.
don't,
Yeah,
and
China
you
now.
don't have all the COVID issues over there, do you?
No more.
No
No
more.
more.
Imagine
We
that,
only
guys.
want
No more. So what's
yeah,
Boris doing? What's
like
Boris
yeah,
doing,
Big
guys?
Boris, let's finish our thing
It's
now.
a mess.
yeah, we
It's a
only had
mess.
like 2 months.
Seriously, it's a mess. Let's not even get onto that
Exactly,
subject.
it's a different
Hey, you.
subject.
Thank you
Yes,
so
bro.
much, brother. I love you,
Bro,
man.
thank you, bro. Don't thank me, man. I appreciate
Come
being
on,
on
man.
your show, man. I'm as stressed being here, especially in the beginning.
Yeah.
It's even probably more stressful, more stressful to talk here than on fight night. My heart will be racing, man. But once I talk to you, I feel better, man.
Oh,
I
good,
really
good. Your heart.
appreciate you, bro. I really appreciate you. You worked a lot with me in there. As I said, I was like a young guy, but you gave me a lot of time, and I will always appreciate it, man. You know, taking me
No
with your
doubt.
car to
No
my
doubt.
place, taking me to the gym, giving me a lot of time, and I
Yeah,
love you for that, man.
yeah. Thank you
I love
so
you.
much, bro.
Appreciate
And we're
Yeah.
not out of contact. We're always
No, we
sharing.
always speak. We always
Always.
speak, man.
The skills,
Again,
we're still getting the
you,
skills over even now. You know, I'm
and you
checking
speak to
out
me
your
always
videos
before the
and that.
fight, man, as well. And we're
Oh,
always speaking
beautiful.
before fights.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Hey, you. Thank you, my brother.
I
Take
appreciate it,
care.
Mark, man.
I
Thank you
love you,
so
bro.
much, you and Desi.
Take
Des.
care,
Talk to you
you.
soon, yeah?
Thank
Catch you
you.
soon.
Thank you. Take care, bro. Love you,
Beautiful,
bro.
brother. Love you too,
Love
man.
you, man.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
That was fantastic. Guys, we're going to wrap up. But before we end, okay, let me know, share this. Please share this. There's going to be other people that are going to need to hear about this platform. They're going to need to hear about the jobs. I'm in contact with the branch that I'm working with to get the food, the clothes, toys for families. So we're going to come with you one week and just say, bam, here's what we're going to be. Bam, link us, get your food, get your clothes, get your toys for the family. So before I go, one more time, Miss Education of the Masses by Wayne Malcolm. He's got a large assortment of books. They are all very powerful and they will all add value to your life. Get those books. Now, we're going to have this guest on, hopefully, maybe next week, Robin Travis. He's wrote Prisoner to the Streets, Robin Travis. When I met Robin, Robin had just come out of jail in Jamaica. We're going to talk about his life and his growth and his change. And last but not least, oh, Charlotte wants to come on, yeah? Okay, cool. I'm going to bring you on, Charlotte, before we go. Don't forget my book. Give it to your kids. Give it to your cousin. Give it to your uncle. Get the book out, man. Like my heart and mind in this. There's so much value to this. And I've heard how entertaining it is. And if you feel like going on a roller coaster of emotions, melancholy, sad, happy, the whole nines, confused, baffled, the whole lot, get the Prince of Peace. You will laugh and you will cry. I guarantee it. Charlotte, you want to come on, my darling, before we shoot off? Next week, we're going to have a great show again. Charlotte, you coming on? We're waiting for you, girl. Or did you go off for tea and bun and cheese?
Hi, how
Hey,
are you?
what's up? You come back, you got your bun and cheese.
Yeah,
What's
sorry,
up, girl?
I had to do with my little one, and
I
yeah, that's
got
all.
you.
Coming back home. I wanted to say thank you for your advice earlier.
Awesome.
I think the blockage. I think it is more maybe perhaps me,
Yeah.
because 2 years ago something just started. I've always been a spiritual person, and then 2 years ago
Yeah.
I just started to feel different within
Mhm.
myself, and I started to notice things changing around me, so to speak, and I couldn't really understand why. So I kept trying to battling with what I knew, how I coped with things and everything else. And then I found, like, last year I took a whole year out. Literally, something was just calling me, like, you need to stop everything apart from being a mum every day. Stop. You need to start going inwards. You need to come home to yourself. That was the message that I kept being given, like what I kept feeling. So then I took a whole year out because obviously I'd raised my daughter
Yeah.
single-handedly. She has like additional needs and everything like that, but she's a bright child. Actually, she saw you at one of her at her school, actually. She saw
Really?
you. Yeah, she told me about you. Yeah, she did. You
The
came to
kids are
the
grasping
school.
me up.
She did. She's like, Mum, this man coming to my school. I think it's a couple of years ago. Yeah. So over the last year, I started to find myself again, so to speak, because I've spent so many years of, you know, watching my daughter grow, helping inspire her to achieve the things that she's done so far. She's done loads of things in such a short space of time. She's only just turned 11. I mean, like, and I used to think to myself, wow, she's raising money for charities. I mean, big money. She's doing performing art. I see her on the O2 Arena, all things like that. And I'm thinking,
Send her
even though
to
I'm
me.
such a and as much as I'm like a proud mum, I thought to myself, hang on a minute, you work hard, but there's an area of your life that's missing. Does that make sense? And then I just started to feel like all the things that I haven't done that I've wanted to do, I still feel like I need to do it. But I said my issue was with myself is that how I've written it down. I've written down my plans, my goals, everything like that, and I started doing research. But it's like something is just kind of like stopping me. But at the same time, it's like the universe is saying to me, "Come on, this is your time. You've got to do it. You're so busy looking after everybody else. This is your time to do things." And I think that is just my little obstacle at the moment.
Okay. Have you made your goals smart? Have you made it
Pardon?
specific? Is your
Yes,
goals that you want to achieve smart? Is it
yes,
measurable? Is it
yes,
achievable? Is it realistic? Is it time
yes.
scalable? Good.
One of
So
them I
in that,
started.
you should have step one. What's your step one?
Well, one of
What's your
the
first plan?
well, I did research. I mean, one of the things I've done, I like, for example, I used to do youth work. I've done youth work for a good, few years. I love it and everything else. And then I started doing on the side. I started doing awareness days for a charity, Epilepsy Society, and I was going into some schools and things like that. And then obviously lockdown came, and then so I couldn't do that anymore. And then writing a book is always something I've wanted to do. So
Good.
I've done some research on that, went online on a course, got some of the tools, and so I'm thinking, right, okay, so I'm doing what I need to do. I'm doing the research. I'm acting, but something's still there. Something's like, come on, it's like for the past 2 weeks I've been sitting there. I'm thinking, right, I know what kind of book I want to write about, but where do I start? I want to, create a platform for my daughter, and to show people that, even kids with disabilities, how far they can still go, and the good things that they can do and what she's doing. But where do I
Okay.
start? Does that make sense?
Okay.
It just feels
Okay.
like I'm just going with it without.
Okay. So let's just tackle this one time. What do you want to do first?
Pardon?
What do you want to do first?
I want to write my book. I've been wanting to
Good.
write a book for the longest time, and
Good.
it's definitely something that is really pulling at me. It's like an
Okay.
invisible force. Does that make
Okay,
sense without it
done.
sounding
Okay,
crazy?
done. Okay, done. Okay, done. You want to write a book? I'm gonna send you the process of what you need to do to start writing your book, and you need to action 300 words a day, and it will
Hmm.
structure everything for you because I've done a book publishing course, so I know how to write a book and I know how to publish a book. Okay, so you can self-publish. Do you understand me?
Yeah, cut out then. Sorry, say that bit again.
I said I've done a course where I've learned how to write a book and self-publish. So you could
Hmm.
self-publish the book. So what you're going to have is all the information and the route to where you want to get to your goal. You're going to have the route to get there, where you will have 300 words a day. You have specifics that you need to do, and you'll be able to see your way to your goal. So you'll know I'll get to the finish line in 3 months' time. So you won't
Thank
be able
you.
to come. You won't be able to come back and say,
I don't know what to do in this area, you're going to be able to say, great, yippee, I know what to do, I know how to do it, and I know how to get there. All it's going to take is me pushing myself to do the same thing every day, commitment and determination. That's all you expect from you. Now you got the tools. So I'm going to send you the information, okay? So make sure you DM me. I'm going to send you the information and you follow that process. And then you let me see that book when it's finished. Any support I can give you, I will do so.
Thank you. So,
Thank
you. It means it just in a way it means so much that you and your wife are willing to help. Sorry, I'm so overwhelmed. Just because, do you know what it is? I'm so used to helping. I'm so used to helping everybody for the longest time. So the fact that I feel like the universe is kind of working now. It's like we're going to get somebody to kind of help you.
It's your time,
so that's
baby.
why
It's your time. So what you do, those tears are tears of joy, celebration, and praise, and create that great energy now because it's time to act. So I need you to sit down and really get more detailed about what you want to put in this book. What do you want this book? Write down the key things. What is your aim? Why do you want to do it? And what do you want people to get out of this book? When they finish, what do you want them to be able to say? And then we're going to be able to structure it in chapters and headings and all the rest of the details, and you're going to see the finished product. Is that good?
Yeah, that's great. Thank you both so much.
Well done,
honestly.
my darling.
God bless
Thank you for
both.
coming on the line. I'm so happy and glad that I can help you. God bless you. Let's stay in touch and let's keep the support going, yeah?
Say hello quickly. Quickly, say hello. So this is the little one that saw you at school.
Nice. Well done.
Say hello.
All right, young princess. Yes, bless you, man. Nice one. Guys, we're wrapping up now. We are so happy to have been an assistance and a help to everyone. Please let the questions flow for next week.
Isha, send you one.
Universal Light. All right, guys, for me, for my brother, Clarence, for my wife, Razzie, for me, and from the Cayenne Prince Foundation team, over and out during the week. Let's get your messages and texts so we can assist and serve and help you. And
there he is.
I'm from Raz, as normal, singing away in the background. There you go, baby. Sing it to him. Sing him that song. L is for the way you look at me. O, what's O? It's for the way you... I can't remember. V is very, very extraordinary. E. Love yourself and love your community and the people around you. Take care, guys. Bye. Love.